Today, I'm gonna simulate what happens when Minecraft mobs finally enter the workforce. For 15 years, these guys have been wandering around forests and caves with absolutely zero purpose, just walking into walls and falling into holes. But the economy is changing, and it's time they earn their keep. I decided to get every single one of them a real-world 9-to-5 job. I'm talking full-time employment, dental plans, and awkward water cooler talks. I spent weeks matching their natural talents to corporate needs. Some of them were actually model employees, the kind of guys you'd want as your CEO. Some of them, well, they couldn't stop eating the inventory. And as for the creeper, let's just say there's a reason we don't talk about the office incident of 2026. I'm still dealing with the insurance adjusters for that one. We're going to look at everything, from high-stakes delivery to professional security. But to start off our experiment, we're heading to a local McDonald's to check on our newest cashier. He's got the nose for the job, but does he have the people skills? Let's find out. This is a villager. In his world, he's a master trader who lives for the high-stakes world of emerald-based commerce. In our world, he is struggling immensely with the concept of a value meal. I put him behind the register during the lunch rush, and immediately, things went south. A customer walked up, just a normal guy wanting a burger, and asked for a Big Mac. The villager didn't press a button on the screen. He didn't even look at the register. He just tilted his head at a 45-degree angle, stared directly into the guy's soul, and went, "Huh?" The customer was confused. He thought he was being mocked. He said, "Excuse me? Is there a problem? I just want a number one." The villager didn't blink. He just replied, her, while sliding a single green emerald and a dusty raw potato across the stainless steel counter. At one point, he jumped over the counter because he saw a guy with a stack of paper and thought it was sugarcane. By the time 2 p.m. rolled around, the line was out the door, and the villager had successfully traded the restaurant's entire supply of salt for one enchanted book. Needless to say, his manager was not happy. He spent the rest of his shift standing in a corner, staring at a fly on the wall, refusing to move until someone offered him at least 12 pieces of coal for a medium fry. I had high hopes for the pig. I thought he'd be great in a high-end, farm-to-table kitchen. I mean, they have a natural nose for ingredients and truffles, right? Wrong. I put him in a 5-star restaurant as a chef's assistant, and within 20 minutes, the entire menu was ruined. He didn't find the ingredients, he destroyed them. He ate the entire inventory of organic carrots, 2 crates of potatoes, and every single beetroot in the building. When the head chef tried to move him away from the pantry, the pig just planted his feet and oinked at a volume that made the glassware vibrate until the chef just gave up. He didn't cook a single meal. He just sat on the floor in the middle of the kitchen, blocking the path of the waiters, waiting for someone to drop a golden apple or a stray carrot. By the end of the night, the restaurant had to close its doors early because the assistant had consumed more profit than the business had made in the last 3 weeks. He's now back at home, officially unemployed, and trying to pivot his career into quality control for a snack food company. He's got the taste, but zero self-control. I needed a job for someone who could handle high-pressure, high-testosterone situations, so I made the Iron Golem a bouncer at one of the busiest nightclubs in the city. This was a match made in heaven. He's 9 feet tall, weighs about as much as a small SUV, and is made of solid, reinforced iron. He doesn't take bribes, he doesn't get distracted by music, and he doesn't sleep. One guy tried to cut the line and get aggressive with the staff. The golem didn't even say a word. He didn't even look angry. He just slowly wound up his arm and launched the guy about 50 feet into the air. I think he's still up there somewhere. But the best part about the Iron Golem isn't his strength, it's his surprisingly high level of customer service. Between breaking up fights and tossing rowdy patrons into the next zip code, he spends his breaks handing out fresh red poppies to the people waiting in the cold. He's a total gentleman, a silent guardian of the vibe. That is, right up until someone accidentally bumps into him, at which point he becomes a 500-pound wrecking ball of pure metal. He's the only mob on this list that actually got a promotion today. The owner wants to make him head of regional security. Next up, I hired an Enderman to work for Amazon. With the ability to teleport, I figured he'd be the absolute fastest delivery driver in human history. No traffic, no red lights, no gas stops, just instant gratification. And I was right, he finished a 10-hour route in about 6 seconds flat. But there was a major biological problem. Endermen have a compulsive, uncontrollable urge to pick up blocks. Instead of leaving the packages on the porch and moving on like a normal person, he started rearranging the customer's property to fit his aesthetic. One homeowner opened their front door to find their package safely delivered, but their entire brick mailbox was now sitting on top of their roof. Another guy found his delivery sitting in the middle of his living room, right on the coffee table, even though all the doors and windows were locked. It's a bit hard to explain that to the police. We eventually had to fire him after a very expensive incident where he tried to teleport a 55-inch OLED TV directly into a customer's basement without actually opening the box first. Plus, he kept staring at people through their doorbell cameras. If you've ever seen a 7-foot-tall, purple-eyed shadow man staring into your Ring camera at 3 a.m., you know why that's an HR violation. Surprisingly, the most successful employee on the list was the skeleton. I got him a job at a local high-end sports complex as a professional archery instructor. This guy is a natural. Since he's literally made of bones, he has 0 muscle fatigue, 0 heartbeat to throw off his aim, and 100% accuracy. And it's not every day your teacher is a literal undead archer who can hit 10 bullseyes in a row while looking in the opposite direction. But the skeleton is a bit of a perfectionist. He doesn't believe in positive reinforcement or participation trophies. If a student missed the target, he didn't give them tips on their grip. He didn't check their stance. He just started rapid-firing arrows at their feet to motivate them to move faster. He has this philosophy that fear is the best teacher. If you can dodge an arrow, you can hit a target, or something like that. The kids loved him at first. He's currently on a long-term unpaid leave pending a massive safety review from the city, but honestly, those kids have never been more athletic in their entire lives. On his lunch breaks, he'd wander over to the local dog park to try and reclaim some loose bones, which was just a deeply awkward situation for the golden retriever owners. He's got the talent, but he definitely needs to work on his bedside manner before he can teach kids again. Finally, we have the creeper. I thought, hey, he's good at exploding. Let's put him in professional demolition. On paper, it was perfect. He sat through the entire safety orientation, wore his little hard hat, and actually seemed like he was paying attention. He was even surprisingly good at filing paperwork, or at least he didn't explode while doing it. But then, during the first official site visit, the office cat walked into the room. We don't talk about what happened next. Let's just say the demolition company doesn't exist anymore. The office building is a smoking crater, and I'm currently banned from the downtown area for the next 10 years. It turns out Minecraft mobs might not be built for the 9-to-5 life. They're energetic and they're motivated, but they're also a massive liability for any insurance company. If you want to see me try to get the Wither a job as a professional gardener, hit that subscribe button right now and let me know in the comments which job I should give the slime next. Maybe a mattress tester? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next simulation.